What's going on, YouTube? You know who it is. Said I was going to get a What's in the Box video uploaded this week. Technically it's still Saturday, so my word to you is not void. For those of you that didn't watch the pilot episode or don't know what this is, the way I read my comic books is I have my read boxes and my unread boxes separated. And when I read back issues, I'll obviously grab them out of my unread boxes. When I finish them, I'll put them on a shelf where my subscriptions also go when I'm done reading those. Once that shelf gets full, throw them in a short box, work them into my database on my computer, and then work them in my collection. This is just a video of that short box and me showing you what else I'm reading other than my subscriptions. I feel like I do read a lot of other things that I can't really cover because I only really make subscription videos. So this is kind of in between to show you what else I have, and maybe if you see something you like, you can pick it up. First up, I have Captain America number 213. This is when Falcon's on the title. I remember a lot of awkward conversations with Falcon in here. I don't really know why, but it just seemed really pushed. They were really pushing to try to get them to be friends, and it was a little weird. Captain America 290, Mother of the Night villain here. I like this cover, but the story wasn't that great. I'm working on collecting this Volume 1 Captain America. Not actively searching them out, but if I see them somewhere at a good price, I'm going to pick them up. Next we have Captain America 331. I believe this lady here, he frees her. I guess she has some type of super soldier serum in her, and her name's Captain Marvel. And it was a little off-putting to when they said that, which it was a little weird for me. And I think this is at the end of this is where the government kind of tells him that he needs to work for them. And then this issue, Captain America 332, the Captain America No More, fantastic cover here. And I believe this is either the issue where he turns in his shield and suit, or it's where he's just kind of, you know, thinking the whole time and pondering of what he's going to do. Going through his own kind of moral dilemma and in his head just going crazy. Great book, though. And then I have Captain America 335 here, where it's not Steve as Captain America. It is it was the guy who was like the Patriot or something. I can't think right offhand what his name was, but he's a madman. It's almost like he's just steroided up, and there's no kind of morals there. But the government's training him to be the new captain and the elite captain. Awesome cover though. He's just being a madman on that cover. Captain America 336, this is where all of the other kind of heroes that were in Cap's life are kind of searching for him. Not really big A-list characters, but like the Falcon and the guy who wore, it looked like an old Daredevil costume. I think his name was Demolisher or something along those lines. They're all searching for him. And then this is a story, Captain America 338. It has the new Captain and the new Bucky. Fighting this giant guy here. It works out pretty well for them, actually. And although this when Cap isn't Captain America, even though a lot of people hated it, I guess, I actually didn't enjoy it too much. Then again, it was knowing that Cap was coming back as Cap, but I enjoyed it. And in this issue, we have both Cap assuming the mantle of U.S. Agent and the new Cap in Captain America 345. They're both in dire straits in this, and it was very good. There was talks about how the new Bucky was hung at one of those other issues, and because of the super soldier serum, his muscles were strong enough that his neck didn't break and he didn't suffocate till he saved them. So that was kind of the big question here, was would the super soldier serum save him long enough to be saved? Just very good book all around, though. I love that cover, too. And now a book that I really had no idea what was going on with. I just grabbed it randomly out of my unread boxes. Published by Eclipse Comics by Mark Evaner, Richard Howell, and Willie Blyberg. This is DNA Agents, and I had no idea what was going on. The only positive thing I got out of this was there's a female character in here named Rainbow, and she has rainbow hair, her outfit is aesthetically pleasing. I feel like she could have been a very good character, although I really don't know what she did. She had some type of power, but I don't know what it was. For some reason, I want to think it's like something like the Dazzler, and not the most recent Dazzler, like more of like roller skates Dazzler. but I had no idea what was going on in this at all. Something was happening, but I don't know what it was. Maybe if I picked up some more DNA agents, I would understand, but I didn't, just reading that one. Doctor Strange, number 56. I picked this up solely for the cover. Absolutely love this cover. It's kind of a retelling of his origin story, but in a different way. It's more about the magic aspect of it rather than he was a surgeon who wanted use of his hands. Very good, though. And the only problem with these earlier Doctor Strange books, and I mean, I know this isn't like the Strange Tales books or anything, there's a lot of dialogue. They're very dialogue heavy. It's almost like the art couldn't keep up with what they wanted to get across, so they had to explain more to you. I think it would be possible to do a new Doctor Strange title with less dialogue because the art has come so far and you can do many more things. And I would like to see that. I hated the Doctor Strange in the most recent run of the Defenders. Not the Fearless Defenders now, the last variation of the Defenders. But that was a great book. And now another two that I picked randomly out of my unread boxes were Deviate or Deviate, and this is number 2. The team's very awkward. I don't know what they were really getting across. I don't think I read number 1. I might have it though. Maybe I should have checked that out before I read this. But I mean, it was just kind of here. It wasn't, wasn't great, but I didn't hate it either. I just kind of read through it, and that was the end of it. And then number 9 I also read, and another one. When I saw art by Kirby, the first thought in my head was, if your name's Kirby in the comic industry, you should probably change it solely out of respect. I don't know if this guy's related to Kirby in any way. His name's Javon. Whether he is or not, if that's your dad, or that's your uncle, or your granddad, whatever, I think it's okay. But just know that you'll always be compared to him, and you'll probably never be looked as a good artist because of how great he was. You're never going to compete with the king, is what I'm saying. And if you're no relation, change your name out of respect. Next, I have a book that I never read any of, and I was pleasantly surprised with. Written by Greg Rucka, art by Joe Bennett. Elektra number 10 of the Marvel Knights kind of imprint, I guess you could say. But this was a very violent book. I liked the way that it was done, and I liked the portrayal of Elektra as the assassin, as the spy, as the everything. I didn't expect as much violence in this, though. There's one point where a bullet rips through a lady's throat, and it's just, you just see it all. And it does say on the front here, mature violent content. I love that cover, too. But I don't know, is Marvel Knights kind of like Marvel Max? Like, is it kind of the Max imprint, where they were allowed to do that? I don't know, but I really enjoyed it. I might pick more of those up. Then, I think this is the last 2 issues of this series. This is Green Arrow, number 14 and number 15. Read both of these, and Green Arrow fighting mechs, I don't understand it. I've been trying to get more into Green Arrow, and I guess this isn't what it should have been, because he's fighting mechs, and then he's fighting a high-tech army. I just want Green Arrow to shoot a guy in the face with an arrow. I don't care about machinery. He can shoot machinery all he wants with his electric arrows. I want to see just a regular arrow shoot a guy. They weren't very good in my mind, but then again, I'm very biased on mech fighting, I guess. Next, I have 2 New Avengers books, and this is not the last series of New Avengers, and I don't think it was the one before. I think it was the one before that. And I believe this is pre-Civil War, because there's different factions of superheroes and different people getting along, a lot of mistrust. This is New Avengers number 30, and I think the art in this is by Leinil Yu. I think that's his first name. And Doctor Strange actually gets killed inside the Sanctum Sanctorum in this, which was pretty awesome. And then here's 32, where I think this is the issue where the thought-to-be-dead Hawkeye comes back, and really makes his appearance in that. Then I read a book that I've never read any of. I really didn't know any of these characters. Is New X-Men. This is number 20. This is during the Decimation crossover, apparently. I don't know. I don't have many books from that time period. I didn't read many during that time period. But it was just there. It was not great. I mean, maybe once I get more of some of these books, or if I see them cheap, I'll pick them up and read more. Next, this is Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 1. But this is the 19... Has to be in the 80s. I don't know, though, because it's a $2 price. Either way, it's a reprinting of Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 1 and Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 2, I believe. And I think this is a new drawn cover by Steranko. And Stranko's going to be at the Pittsburgh Comic-Con come September. So if I don't get around to buying a Stranko Hulk cover or a Stranko original Nick Fury Agent Shield cover, I'll probably get him to sign this. Those are phenomenal books, and Stranko's artwork is just incredible in them. But this was all right. I would have enjoyed it more. I would have felt more nostalgic and more in the moment if I would have read the actual issues. But the reprints were all right. And then a book that I didn't even know I had, which I just grabbed randomly, was Nightwing. This is Nightwing 140. Just your average Nightwing story. Pretty Batman heavy. He was really involved in this, which I guess I should have expected. But then at the end of this book, Superman shows up and says, we have to talk. And I feel like if you're Nightwing at this point, what is this, 2008? I guess he's not really a B-list character anymore, but he's definitely not an A-list character. If you have the A-list character, Superman, come talk to you, it's probably pretty important. So, I actually wanted to read the next one of these, but I don't have it. So, I mean, maybe I'll get around to picking up some Nightwings. Next, there is, I have a couple of these in a row. This is Not Brand Ech, number 4. Who Says a Comic Book Has to Be Good? I picked up a lot of these on eBay a while ago, and this is the bad guy's win. The Ech-Men is fighting, and you almost have to be in this mind state to read these, because if you read something current and then hop into one of these, you're going to be highly disappointed, and you're going to be probably in a bad mood. Because you have to put yourself in the mind state of being a reader of comic books in, this is probably 73, 75 maybe. You have to put your mind state where they are, or you will not get it. It's almost like watching an old horror movie. You have to put your mind state as you are watching that horror movie when it came out. You can't think of, oh, that graphic sucked, or, oh, what is going on, that's terrible. And that's what I have to do with these. If you don't, you will hate it. Because the first one of these I read, I hated. And then I thought about putting myself in the moment, and then I absolutely love these. And here's, I think this is the first appearance of Four Brush Man. I may be wrong about that. This is a Not Brand Ech, number 5. You have the Incredible Bulk, I think his name is, and the Thung. Just the way they use their names, though, it's pretty good. They also do a lot of parodies of DC characters in here, which is interesting. Then Not Brand Ech, number 6. Big Baddie Love and Hisses Issues. Ooh, excuse me. I mean, I like the... there's a Lockjaws on here chewing on... I don't even know whose wedding dress that is. I don't know who that is. And then you also have Dr. Doom in the back with a love-hate pin, which is pretty awesome. Like I said, though, if you're not in the... and then you actually have Black Bolt instead of like that... The thing that looks like a tuning fork on his head. He has a butter knife, a fork, and a spoon. Just those little things really get you in these. But if you're not in that mind state, you're not going to enjoy them. Here's Not Brand Ech, number 7. You have The Origin of Stuperman. Here's what I was talking about like kind of the parodies of Superman characters. His logo is the money sign. That's pretty funny. Not Brand Ech, number 8. Four Brush Man flops again when enough superhero guest stars to make you swear off comics forever. You have the Avengers, the Ech-Men, and Knock Furious. Not Nick Furious, Knock Furious. Or not Nick Fury, Knock Furious. Just funny things all around, but sometimes it seems like they did overload you with them. But it's definitely a good relief. It was probably a good relief back then. Then you have Not Brand Ech, number 12. It's Frankenstein. Another wonderful cover here. I don't know how many of these there were. I know I have a decent amount of them. This one's actually really thick, and it's still... Usually when you get these thick, older books, they're... The spine's usually horrifically rolled, and that one's actually still pretty good. Then I got some Superman. I believe these are right when Superman was ending. Not the title itself, but right before it got renumbered into... when it got renumbered in 87, when Superman switched to Adventures of Superman, and then the 87 series started, I think this is towards the end of that, right before it switched back over at like 7-something, I believe. And this is the 1 year later storyline. This is Superman 650, the Up, Up, and Away, Part 1. I have a lot of these from this time period. If you watched the first video, you know that there's a little chunk during this I don't know, 2 year span probably where I won a lot, and it was the Action Comics, the Adventures of Superman, and the Superman of like almost all of them from like a 2 or 3 year period, which was fun to read. But I wish I would have read them how they came out rather than reading their series in order, because a lot of them interconnect. Here's Superman 651, which I also loved. Actually, no, this is right when it turns back, I believe. I believe 650 is the first one after it gets renumbered, unless I'm wrong. Because I mean, I know the 87 series didn't go to 650. So I'm pretty sure this is right after Adventures of Superman goes back into Superman. Then you have 652 with some interesting characters there. The Silver Banshee, I believe her name is. 655. 656 with a great character on here. I can't really remember his name right now. I think it says it on the next issue. But this character was pretty awesome. His when he came, is his first appearance. I don't know if it's this one, but in this issue, he's like very limited intelligence. He's kind of moaning and screaming like one of those bumbling villains. And then eventually, over the next couple issues, he gains more knowledge and he just gains more insight. And he's pretty much a genius eventually. Here's 657, City of Tomorrow. Parasite's a big part of this. Like I said, a lot of these interconnect. So sometimes when I read some of these, I didn't understand what happened, because something happened between the other books, and it was something huge, apparently. Here's 658, The Day the Earth Died. What a great cover there. One of the weirdest covers I've ever seen is Superman 659, and I mean, I understand the angel aspect that you're trying to get across, but I don't think Superman needs wings. It was just weird. Wonderful cover here, Superman 662, the old parody to The Thinker. I guess it's not a parody, it's more of a homage. But just wonderful there. I guess it's also a homage to the Atlas statue as well, because he's kind of holding up the world. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too far into it. This is Young Gods coming to Metropolis. This is Superman 663. And there's a whole weird story arc with them of how they're just trying to do good things but not doing good things, and Superman has to kind of control them. Superman 664. I believe the Young Gods are still in here, and then there's this, it's kind of the ancient Aryan or Orion, however you want to call him. The new Orion is not real, he came back. Very interesting story arc, though. If I would have been reading this when it happened, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more. But I did enjoy it. Superman 667, fighting that character again. Superman 668, searching for the third Kryptonian. Great story arc on this. He's searching, I guess some cosmic being predicted there were more than three, or there was 3 Kryptonians on Earth. It would be him, and it would be Kara, Supergirl, and then he was searching for the other one, and he didn't know who it was. It eventually turns out to be this woman who's just living in like a farm by herself, just trying to escape from things. And here's the more Who is the Third Kryptonian story arc, 669. Superman 669. Anytime Krypto's on a cover, it's a good time for anybody involved. And then this is a pretty damn good cover too. Superman 670, another Krypto cover. Love the Superman, Power Girl, Supergirl, Superboy, and Krypto line up there. The Insect Queen was also another good story arc. I think Lana Lang actually gets taken and Superman has to go save her. Superman 671. Superman 672, Insect Queen Part 2. And this is when Lana Lang actually has control of LexCorp, I believe. LexCorp. Superman 673, awesome cover there. I would be terrified seeing that. Superman 693, this is kind of a different Superman. I don't know what happened going up to this. I kind of hopped from those numbers to this, and I don't know what this was about. It seemed like it was a new Superman, which is weird, because I'd never even heard anything about that. These aren't super back issues, but I just picked them up recently. Swamp Thing number 2 of the New 52. And I jumped on Swamp Thing, I think, issue 11, so I didn't get to read any of these. Swamp Thing number 3. Did enjoy them, though. I did really enjoy them. I see why this is one of the strongest DC's characters out now, because it was built up on a good foundation. Marvel Team Up number 8. A little beat up here, but it was good. Spider-Man and the Cat. Working on these team-ups, too. Not actively searching them up, but if I see them, I pick them up. Marvel Team Up number 30. Spider-Man and the Falcon. Love these team-up books, because you could read one, and that's it. The story's over. You don't have to read the next issue. You didn't have to read the last issue. Marvel Team Up number 56. Pretty beat up. I think it needs a new bag, too. I'll probably work at it. I'll probably put a new bag on it before I get into the boxes. Marvel Team Up 56. Spider-Man and Daredevil. Good issue there. Number 58, Marvel Team Up Spider-Man and Ghost Rider, which was awkward. It's awkward seeing Ghost Rider kind of teaming up with anybody. Marvel Team Up Spider-Man and the Wasp. This is Marvel Team Up number 60. Marvel Team Up number 71 with the Falcon, Spidey and the Falcon. I can handle these old Spider-Mans with Peter Parker. As you all know, I'm a huge Ock as Spider-Man fan. I don't like Peter Parker now. But he was written differently back then, and I can deal with it. Marvel Team Up number 89, Spider-Man and Nightcrawler. I think this is Nightcrawler is fighting kind of the old foes that he was in Carnival with before. Marvel Team Up number 95, Spider-Man and the newest sensation, Mockingbird. And that makes me believe that her first appearance was somewhere before this, and I don't know what that is, though, but the way they explain it is it's pretty, she was new. Marvel Team Up 104, Hulk and Kazar, kind of fighting MODOK on this cargo ship. Very awesome. Marvel Team Up number 109, Spider-Man and the Dazzler, and the Dazzler actually makes him like eggs in this, and he says some really weird things. Very weird relationship between Dazzler and Spider-Man in this book. Marvel Team Up 122, Spider-Man and the Man-Thing. Wonderful cover there. Absolutely love that cover. Anything the Man-Thing's in, I'm trying to pick it up because it's awesome. Marvel Team Up 134, Spider-Man and Jack of Hearts. It's hard seeing Jack of Hearts talk to relevant characters because he was never really relevant. I believe this one has to do with he's in, S.H.I.E.L.D. trying to keep him under wraps before he blows up. Good issue, though. Marvel Team Up 142, Black Suit Spider-Man and, for lack of better words, Black Captain Marvel. And I actually like that incantation of Captain Marvel, how she could just turn into different types of energy. I really enjoyed that. Subs. Thunderbolts number 3. This is when you have the Red Cow with the new Masters of Evil battling the Thunderbolts, who are still the Masters of Evil, but incognito. Love this title. Working on a complete run. I'm not that far away. And Thunderbolts 31. They have to battle Charcoal because he's taken hostage and kind of controlled. Love that title. I love that whole series. It was awesome. What else do we have here? Might be it. Oh, no. X-Men Annual, number 14. The actual first printed appearance of Gambit, but that was only because of a printing mistake. I guess this came out before it was supposed to. Came out before X-Men 226 or 266. And he's actually in this, though. And it's awesome. I consider it his first appearance, although it is kind of only a cameo. But I'm still, I still got to pick up that X-Men 266, I think it is. But I love this book, although it was pretty confusing at the time. It reminded me of reading any X book from the time where if you're not reading all the X books, you don't understand what's going on. I think that might be it. Yeah. I'm actually pretty... My shelf probably has about this many books on it at this point. So I might have another What's in the Box episode up shortly. Not too shortly, though. I'm going to go read some back issues. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think. Give me some input. And as always, remember, have a great day.